Games are coming thick and fast. Can you believe it? It's already Premier League match week 32. In less than 2 months, the Premier League is going to be officially over. And now, every point counts. You don't want to be left behind. You have to win as many games as you can. It's getting tougher and tougher at the moment. This video is about my preview for game week 32. And stay tuned until the end because we're going to talk about every single team. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment down below. Take 1 second only to help the channel, my friends, and it will be much, much appreciated.
Here we go.
Let me remind you the table. Liverpool top of the table, 73 points, 31 games. Only 2 teams played 30 games. They have one game behind everybody. It's Newcastle United, 30 games. Crystal Palace, 30 games. The game was postponed because Newcastle had to play the final of the Carabao Cup that they won against Liverpool. Remember that. So other teams already played 31 games. So technically, we're going to play match week or match day 32. Okay, so Liverpool, top of the table. Arsenal, Nottingham Forest, Chelsea are 4th for some reason. Newcastle United are 5th. Manchester City are 6th. Aston Villa 7th. Fulham are 8th. Brighton 9th. Bournemouth 10th. Crystal Palace 11th. Brentford are 12th. Manchester United 13th. 14th. Tottenham Hotspurs 15th. Everton 16th. West Ham United 17th. Wolves 18th. Ipswich 19th. Leicester City and 20th. Southampton. They've been already relegated with only 10 points. Ipswich still fighting for their lives, but they are like 12 points behind Wolves. It's gonna be very, very tough for them to get there. So it looks like Ipswich and Leicester City are going to the championship. All the teams that came from the championship are going back to the championship.
We got bigger fish to fry.
Anyways, my friend, let's go to the details about match week 32. Saturday, April the 12th, 2025. Manchester City against Crystal Palace very early in the morning. If you are in the US, 7:30 a.m. Eastern Time. City actually drew the last game against Manchester United. It was a very boring Manchester derby. And Crystal Palace actually beat Brentford 2-1, the last game in the Premier League. City playing home. They are trying to do everything in their power to qualify for the Champions League. And I think City are going to do it 2-1 to Manchester City. Brighton against Leicester City. Brighton lost the last game against Crystal Palace 2-1. And Leicester City are one of the worst teams in the Premier League this season. They lost 3-0 at home against Newcastle. Brighton to win this game 3-1. Nottingham Forest against Everton. Forest needs to bounce back. They have to keep pushing for the Champions League spot. I think they're going to make it. They lost the last game against Aston Villa 2-1. And Everton drew against Arsenal 1-1. This game is going to be very tough, but I think Nottingham Forest are going to win this game 3-1. Southampton against Aston Villa. There is nothing to play for. The players are just playing for fun. You know, their head is already in other clubs or the championship or on the beach. So Southampton have nothing to play for. It's just for honor, you know, because they can't refuse to play the rest of the season. They are already relegated. Aston Villa need to win. They have to push very hard. The problem is they just played the Champions League that they lost 3-1 against PSG away. So they're going to be a little bit tired. But Southampton, man, the worst team in the country. I don't see them winning. Aston Villa to win this game 2-0.
It's an absolute disgrace.
Arsenal against Brentford. London derby. Brentford always cause a lot of issues to any team, to be honest. They drew against Chelsea, actually. 0-0. Another very, very boring game. And Arsenal also dropped points. So, but they did very good in the Champions League, beating Real Madrid. You know, Real Madrid, the great Real Madrid, they beat them. So I think Arsenal got some momentum here, and they're going to continue the momentum. I see a 2-1 win for the Gunners. Now let's talk about the games on Sunday, April the 13th, 2025.
It's a Chelsea thing.
Let's start by this game here, Chelsea against Ipswich, Stamford Bridge. Chelsea just won in the Conference League away. They won 3-0 against Leicester. All right, so Chelsea need to win. They have to qualify for the Champions League next season. Ipswich beat them in the first leg away 2-0. Chelsea has to take their revenge at Stamford Bridge. Liam Delap been linked with Chelsea heavily, so it's gonna be like his audition. But I think Chelsea are gonna take care of business. Chelsea 3, Ipswich 1. Liverpool against West Ham United. Liverpool need to win this game. You know, the last game they lost away against Fulham. West Ham 2-2 against Bournemouth. The last game in the Premier League. Both teams need to win, but Liverpool need more because they are playing for something. They have to win the Premier League. They are out of every single competition that they were favorites to win. Everybody was talking about the quadruple this season, and now they have only the Premier League. So they have to focus everything on the Premier League. I think they're going to do it. Liverpool at Anfield Stadium in front of their fans. This game is going to be epic. 3-0 to Liverpool.
Fight and win!
Wolves against Tottenham Hotspurs. Hotspurs actually beat Southampton 3-1. And this is the game that Southampton were relegated. So anybody can beat Southampton. How many games they won this season? Probably 2. The entire season. Anyways, so Tottenham Hotspurs against Wolves. Wolves actually won the last game against Ipswich. That was like a 6-pointer. Because they created more cushion between them and Ipswich for the relegation battle. So they did very good. I think Tottenham Hotspurs just drew the game in Europa League. So they're going to be a little bit tired. And I'm afraid this game is going to be Wolves 2, Tottenham Hotspurs 1. The last game on Sunday, April the 13th, 2025 is going to be Newcastle United against Manchester United. United just drew away in the Europa League against Lyon 2-2. Andre Onana is one of the worst goalkeepers in the world, according to Matic. The last game in the Premier League, Newcastle United beat Leicester 3-0 and Manchester United drew 0-0 with Manchester City. Both teams need to win, but at St. James Park, I'm afraid Manchester United are going to lose. It's always very difficult to travel over there, and I think Newcastle 3, Manchester United 1.
You're so funny.
And on Monday, April the 14th, 2025, the last game for match week 32, Bournemouth against Fulham. Wait, give me a minute. Yeah, that's still in the match week number 32. Yeah, I'm right. So Bournemouth against Fulham. Fulham are doing very good at the moment. Bournemouth been questionable, really. They've been doing not that good lately. In the last 5 games, I think they only drew 2 and the rest been defeat. And I think this is going to be a very tough game for both teams. But I think it's going to be a draw. Yeah, it's going to be a 2-2 draw. Now, all the games are there in front of you. And I think on Wednesday, April the 16th, actually is the game that was postponed between Newcastle and Crystal Palace. So that's still like match week 31, technically. You know what I mean? So if they play this game, every single team will be in the same level of games. Every team will play 32 games by that time. But we have time to talk about it. Get in the comment section down below. Let us know what you think about Premier League match week 32. And let's keep the conversation going. Blessings.